Recently reviewed a bunch of lenses, and one of the questions I get asked most frequently is, I thought you said some months ago that so-and-so was your favorite lens. It's like, well, for what exact purpose? I mean, isn't there an old saying that says that the right tool for the right job? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what the saying is. So this will be a tale of two 35 millimeters. Now, both of these are still current production lenses. This is a 35 millimeter f2. AF Nikkor is an old screw drive lens, low element count, cheap as dirt, about $160 used on eBay from Japan. Really simple lens. And here we have the obnoxiously expensive 35mm 1.4G. At least it's made in Japan. Nice, fast lens. Each one of these is best, but the question is, best for what? So which lens would you choose? This is the point of contradiction that people can't seem to reconcile when referring to lenses. Now, which lens would I generally grab? Well, it'd be the 35mm f2. It's also a great infrared lens, by the way. Which lens would you grab for low-light event photography? Pretty sure it'd be this, wouldn't you? Which lens would you grab for specific indoor architectural photography? Well, it'd really be like a 24mm perspective control tilt shift lens, but between these two, high resolution for technical photography is really important. This certainly is a much sharper lens, and I'm not all about sharpness, but in some technical photography, like reproduction work, macro photography, you have to do tight crops on a photojournalistic work, then a higher resolving lens is certainly better. So this lens, even though it's a 1.4, that f2 certainly has better resolving power than the 35mm f2. But we're talking about, what is this lens currently? Like $1,800 versus like $150 used? Yeah, $2,000, $200, $2,200, $2,200. Now, this is a point of contention I actually run into all the time on the knuckle-dragging cockroaches on photography forums. Oh, it's a modern lens. It's better. Really? Are you sure? Better for what? Well, it is better for some things. It's a faster lens for low light, but if you're going to do a black and white shoot outdoors or indoors or wherever and you wanted the best tonality for micro contrast, this lens is not so hot. This lens, for a lot less money, is awesome. Yeah, well, that's an old, slow lens. Well, who the hell cares? How fast is architectural and indoor photography and landscape photography and street photography? The answer is it's not that damn fast. So you don't need an AFS internal micromotor driven lens like this for that sort of speed. The speed differences are not that radical. So the right tool for the right job. I mean, which is overall, in general terms, you know, my favorite, well, I've got tons of 35mm. My favorite 35mm in the whole world is a 35mm f2 Zeiss, but, you know, which lens would I generally grab for? Heading out the door, and the answer is this. This is great, by the way, on the Nikon D500. This is a great, 35mm is perfect for FX or DX, by the way. This basically turns into, obviously, a 50mm field of view on a DX crop sensor camera. So, I mean, the question is, you know, which lens is best? Well, the question is, what the hell are you doing? It's going to be black and white photography, or you want something really compact, because this weighs a whole hell of a lot less than this lens does, and it costs a whole hell of a lot less. So this is obviously a best value. This is favorite best value 35mm lens. Yeah, $150, $160 used. It's incredible. It's simple. There's really nothing in it to break since it's a screw drive lens. Not the case over here, however. There's a lot to break inside this lens. And it's really expensive, and it's really heavy. But it is fast, and it is really damn sharp, and it is a really nice lens. Right tool for the right job. So it's the same question I get all the time. People will say, what's the best camera? It's like, well, what's your budget, and what do you plan on shooting? To answer those questions without more perspective relative to end-user use, you know, you might find the best tool in the world that is designed for someone else's craft, and the person like, I don't know why you recommended this, I hate it. It's like, well, this is the best tool in the world, but it's not the best tool in the world for what you do. It's the best tool in the world for what someone else does. So, specificity, if you ask specific questions, you'll get specific answers, and this is why, you know, when someone asks me the best lens for something, or the best camera, it's, well, what's your budget? Obviously, that's foremost, and what is it are you planning on doing with it? General purpose, 35mm. I have all the money in the world. Sometimes people say this. Like, I don't give a damn how much it costs. Just tell me what. Okay, there you go right here. You sure? Yeah, there you go. That's it. Now, I want the best lens for doing 35mm black and white photography. You know, I want great tonality. Most people don't know anything about rendering until, well, this is a cheap lens. It can't be better. Oh, but it is for black and white photography. Actually, better than this would be like the 35mm f2 Zeiss. But, you know, that's what I would recommend for someone who had unlimited funds. I'd say, yeah, grab the Zeiss 35mm. I got both of those as well. For portraiture, however, it'd be another lens. I should have grabbed that one. Of course, I don't actually have that one. It's the 35mm 1.8 G2 Tamron lens. Wonderful lens. It's certainly best for portraiture, the way it actually renders the out-of-focus elements. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. This is a Tale of Two Lenses. I should start a series now called The Tale of Two Lenses. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.